One of the greatest feelings when you go camping is sitting around the campfire on a cold night, just watching the flames and having a yarn to your mates and family. In this video, we'll cover what hazards to think about when lighting a fire, how to build a fire, and how to extinguish one. There are a few very real risks that need to be managed to avoid a serious burn or wildfire. The first thing to consider when wanting to build a fire is, am I allowed to have one? There could be a temporary or permanent fire ban in the area, so always make sure you are permitted to light a fire before striking a match. You don't want to light a fire in high winds. Embers can easily fly off onto dry grass and start a forest fire. Always use an existing fire pit if there's one available. This reduces your impact on the environment. If there isn't an established one, then make a leave no trace fire by building a mound fire. Remember, making a fire is a massive responsibility, so take it seriously. Even if you plan to cook over a fire, it's still a good idea to carry a stove just in case the site or conditions are not suitable for a fire. Your site needs to be flat with a clear area of 1 meter around it. Clear away any dead, dry sticks or dead foliage that could catch a light, leaving living plants alone. They have feelings too. Now, let's build a fire. A fire needs 3 things to be successful: fuel, oxygen, and heat. We have 3 sizes of wood, or fuel, to get started: tinder, kindling, and firewood. Getting wood will usually require you to take a short walk out of the campsite, so make sure others know where you're going and take a whistle or head torch with you in case you end up getting lost. You'd be surprised by how many people actually get lost when searching for firewood. If it's wet, look to pull out lots of tinder inside falling logs. Tinder is what you use to start the fire. This can include thin tree bark, dry leaves, or small twigs. You can also use paper to help you get started. Kindling is small sticks around 2 centimeters in diameter, about the thickness of your finger. Firewood is the bigger pieces of wood you will need to fuel your fire. This doesn't need to be any bigger than the width of your wrist. We want to start off with a dry base. Then add your tinder and shape it like a cone. Place the kindling around the tinder in a teepee shape and have some more nearby to add once it is alight. When building your fire, leave plenty of space between each piece of wood. Fire needs oxygen to thrive, and it won't be able to receive any if you smother it. With this in mind, place down a couple of pieces of firewood in the same teepee fashion. Let's add some heat to get this fire going. Use a match or lighter to ignite the tinder and wait for it to catch a light. If you need to, you can blow on it gently to provide more oxygen to help the flames ignite faster, or gently fan it with a chopping board or notebook. Watch as the tinder ignites the kindling, and the kindling ignites the firewood. Well, now we have ourselves a roaring fire, so keep adding wood to keep it alive. Plan ahead and stop adding firewood to the fire so that it can burn down to embers before bedtime. A small, friendly fire is better than a bonfire because it brings people together and it's better for the forest. Store additional firewood at least 3 meters away from the fire and never leave the fire unattended. You can extinguish your fire by pouring water on it, turning the ashes over and repeating until it's cool to touch. Buried ashes can keep going for days underground, especially in sand, so make sure they are completely extinguished before you break camp the next day.